Samba, you're watching Crypto Market News. The recent analysis suggests that Monero is once again dominated by ASIC mining, with 85% of the network hash rate coming from this specialized computer hardware. The analysis is performed by a pseudo-anonymous user, Monero Crusher. Previously, the core Monero development team has revealed that it would be imposing a kind of a ban to change proof-of-work protocols on ASICs multiple times a year. The first proof-of-work shift in the form of a network-wide hard fork came in April 2018. Monero's hash rate crashed by 80%, and this was the proof of the existence of ASICs. The second soft fork, which came alongside the activation of a scaling solution known as bulletproofs, came in October. This change in the proof-of-work cut the network's mining activity in half. We have talked to Monero's developer Diego Salazar, who told how the hard fork had gone last fall.
There was suspected secret ASICs mining because over time we saw a marked increase in hash rate that was happening in the months preceding that hard fork. And that led us to believe that, okay, there are people that have ASICs that are mining in secret, and some of the core team of Monero were notified privately that such things probably existed. And so this led us to believe that these things did in fact exist, which prompted us to switch the proof-of-work algorithm.
Monero intends to replicate its success again. The next hard fork with a changing proof-of-work algorithm is slated to occur on the 9th of March. Diego Salazar has also stated that such upgrades are done every 6 months.
ASIC resistance is not the goal in and of itself. Monero has kind of taken a stance on ASIC resistance right now, but that's not to say that that's going to be indefinite. The reason why a project like Monero would commit to something like ASIC resistance was because we want decentralization in mining. But the trade-off to do this is that we need centralization in the development department, because if we're hard forking every 6 months, then that means that there's a lot of trust in the developers of the Monero project to put out valid proof-of-work schemes and to put out new binaries and make sure that this hard fork schedule and that the other things that we're doing in the hard forks are okay, and to kind of vet all those things. So there's a centralization trade-off. It's not just complete decentralization everywhere. We are trying to keep the mining decentralized at the cost of some further centralization on the development aspect. One day, what we hope is that if ASICs become commoditized enough, meaning anyone and everyone can have one, just like anyone and everyone can have a CPU, then we may switch to an ASIC-friendly algorithm, because at that point, everyone is mining with ASIC, so it's not so centralized. But at the current moment, that's not the reality. At the current moment, ASICs are very centralized to very specific regions, to very specific nations, and so we're wondering, what is the proper trade-off? Should we not be forking, be okay with that centralization in mining, and a further decentralization on the developer side? But we think it's actually much easier to reduce centralization on developers than over time than it is to reduce centralization on specific mining regions over time. We just feel like that would be the easier thing to do. Stuff in there. But yes, it is true that this upcoming hard fork, we are also going to be implementing another proof-of-work change, which will break any current ASICs that are currently in existence, and people will need to upgrade their mining softwares if they want to continue mining Monero. And we will probably be continuing to do this in the foreseeable future.
You've been watching Crypto Market News. Subscribe to our channel and don't forget to click the bell not to miss the most important news and trends of crypto. I'm Samba. Goodbye.